One of the most anticipated movies of recent times right here, Heather B.
Absolutely.
All right, Happy Gilmore 2 debuted on Netflix on July 25th, and congratulations. It debuted with 46.7 million views, the biggest Netflix U.S. film opening ever.
Crazy work.
And surely it has a lot to do with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
But I think the secret sauce in the movie is our guest with us today.
Wow.
Heather B. I think we're witnessing the secret sauce right here.
Always got to have a secret sauce, homie.
And I've been watching her for a long time.
Big facts.
I'm very fortunate that I've actually worked in the same arenas as her, Heather B.
In what kind of way? Because I'm not familiar.
We worked on some platforms. She don't know yet, but I'm going to break it down.
Okay.
And then she'll go, oh, yeah, Sway. I remember that. But before I do...
You're stupid.
When you look at her accolades, 3-time NAACP Image Award winner. Come on, give that up, man. A Daytime Emmy nominee for the Bay. Man, she's been on a slew of TV series. She won a Signal Award for her Audible podcast, Kym. But when you look at her body of work, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Raising Whitley, At Your Age. Shout out to Tisha Campbell.
Yes, man.
That's
and Nicole,
our girl.
And Nicole Brown, I feel like, was on that. Yep. Yvette, shout out to her as well.
Okay, I could go on and on. The Boondocks. That's where I was featured as well on 2 seasons. That's where she and I got a chance to work around each other.
Doing.
You see what I did right there? The Parkers.
Come on.
You know,
one.
That's another one that we worked on together. But she also comes from a very reputable family bloodline. You know, when you look at her parents and look at her father, him being a partner of Whitley and Whitley, which was a black architectural firm, you know she had good upbringing, Heather B. Mm-hmm. She's a college graduate, and she's a Delta. Give it up for the one and only Kym Whitley is in the building.
K-Dub in the building.
Kym Whitley
what up, Kym?
in the building.
That was the best introduction in the introduction history of introductions. He done went down the whole, and I cannot believe you did not say my very first movie, Next Friday.
Next Friday.
That was the one, because that's a little story with that one.
I was going to save that.
Boom, save it.
Boom,
save it,
you know, because that's the cult classic right there.
Lady in New York. Okay.
That's Tracy G over there.
That's Tracy.
Tracy G. But I wanted to say, first and foremost, you look amazing.
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
Always.
And when I say that, it's not just the aesthetic. You know, I like to talk to folks a little bit before we get on the mic. And to me, it's just when folks come on this show, it's not because you're promoting something or I'm trying to promote something. It's because I'm invested. I'm a fan of your work. And I like to meet people that I'm a fan of. Kym came on the show years ago. In New York.
In New York,
yeah. I'm not sure if you was here,
okay.
HB, that day.
Been on vacation.
You was too young.
Yeah, you know.
Vacation.
You know.
Yeah, 21 and over vacation. Kym, I was there.
You were there, right? But congratulations to you on your career.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So far. You're only in the first half. But you done
it.
really well. So, but Friday was the first one.
Very first movie.
Very first movie.
Well, no. I've been a lot of prostitutes. So wait a minute.
Okay.
You know what?
Yeah, I forgot I was a hooker before that.
Okay.
My very, very first movie was Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. Remember from Cooley High?
Cooley High, yeah.
He directed this movie. I just got to Los Angeles, and it was called Angels of the City. And I played a hooker. And I said I never could shake that. We talk every time I see him, we crack up. And I don't even remember the role, but I just remember I was standing on the street corner. You know, you get a little role.
Yeah.
And just so then, my real very first blockbuster big movie for a studio was Next Friday.
Next Friday, man. How about that, man? Salute to Ice Cube.
Yeah. What was the audition process like for that, Kym?
I was just thinking about it. Kym Harding, who's a great casting director, I knew her. It's so funny. You get these things in your career. When you're a hustler, you don't need an agent. You get in. When you know your people, you get in and you say, hey, just give me a shot. And I think people really look at you and say, they see it in your eyes when you really want it. And Kym brought me in, and this is what's so great. I went into producers because I went for her first, and she was like, girl, you funny, come on back. Ice Cube, I don't know if it was Brother Ron, another producer, Kym, they're all in the room. And I remember being in the waiting room, and I looked at all the women. They were all thin, beautiful women. And I was like, this ain't going to be for me. I'm not going to get this. But I remember I wore a coat over my little black dress because I'm more of a character actress, and I'm a tomboy.
Okay.
I'm not that girl. So I had a big old coat over my little black dress, trying to be, a little sexy kid. And these other girls, they walking around, they doing their lines, looking good. But I had some things up my sleeve.
Hey.
I think I had a little small bottle of liquor in my chest, a rolled up
literally
joint.
up your
I had
sleeve.
some equipment.
Was it a real joint?
Yo, yeah, up my sleeve for real. Yeah. Because I might have put a 40 in there. I don't know what I did. But when it came time to the audition, when you want something, you go in there and you give it your best.
That's right.
And I tried to be as ignorant as I could. And I just remember Ice Cube hitting the floor with his hands. He bent over and he was laughing and she was laughing. And you have a sense in the room when you're like, I think I got it. I think I got something magical happens. And that's what the audition process is. And they call you and they say, you got it. And you go on the set and you and Mike Epps are like new. And you're both looking at each other. I was like, you nervous? He's like, I'm a little nervous. You a little nervous? We were both, and that's when we first met.
That Mike Epps.
Yep.
And look how far he's come, right?
Yeah.
This conversation reminded me of one we were having earlier about stepping out of your comfort zone, and I think kind of nerves happen that way, but when you was playing a hooker, I went back to that.
Focus, way.
When you were playing a hooker, was that in your comfort zone?
No. That's why I said I had the big coat on. Especially there's a scene in the movie, if you all ever watch, and I got to talk to Ice Cube about this. There's a scene on the television that when we're in the room, me and D.C. Curry are in the room, and you walk in the room, I have on all that black, and I'm up against this cross, and they got me strapped up. On the TV, it's another video. If you really watch it, it's me in red, and I'm dancing, and I got all kind of toys and craziness.
Yeah.
None of this is my comfort zone. And I remember they were shooting somewhere else. You have a first unit, second unit. And I was on the set, and I had to shoot that by myself and dance. And you have someone directing you and telling you, no, do this. Put it in your mouth. Bend over. I was like, hey. But you don't know. You're doing this for the thing. And when I saw the movie, it's literally 2 seconds. I got to talk to Cube and ask him, where's the footage?
Right.
I need to know, where is the hour and a half?
They had you bending over, Kym.
Bending over, dancing. I got a baby oil. It was a mess. And I think about that. I did all that for 2 seconds.
For 2 seconds. But look how it paid off.
Come on.
It was worth it.
It wasn't. Yeah. No one really saw that part.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, if they would have played that a little longer, and it was on the TV screen. Like, had that been part of the movie, I'd probably be a huge star by now. Okay?
I love this, yo. You go from working with someone like Ice Cube, who's on one side of the spectrum, to working with somebody like Adam Sandler, right?
Yes.
But I'm sure there's some commonality between the two. Is there?
Relationships.
Okay.
And commonality, when you say comedy, Ice Cube's he likes comics. You can see he's done a lot of movies. All his movies really are with comedians. He likes comedy. Adam Sandler is a comic. He likes comics. He hires all comics. All his friends are in the movie. He brings you back. Ice Cube is hopefully writing The Last Friday right now that I will be a part of. So you hope to do good work with good people and keep your career from the beginning. You burn no bridges because you never know when you have to walk over that bridge again. So I'm hoping with Adam, it's been fun. It's my second movie with Adam. I was in Hubie Halloween. Me and Lavelle played a couple. That was fun. And there were other opportunities. I just couldn't take them. So Adam will pick up the phone and call me. And
is that how he did it? He picked up the phone and called you?
Well, his people did that.
Okay.
But Adam knows he better call me if he really needs me. Great man, great family, funny, and Adam's not the one on the set that's going to say, hey, Kym, that wasn't funny, or you should do it this way. When I tell you, Adam will slide up to you and say this. And then you say it. because he wants your greatness to shine. He doesn't need that. He doesn't need the accolades. Like, oh, look what I gave him. That was funny. I did it. He gives it to you. It sounds great. People crack up, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, you're so funny." And that was with the help of Adam Sandler. He'll do that, and I love
dope.
that. Real quiet about it.
What did he discover you? Like, what made him want to work with you?
He saw Next Friday in Curb Your Enthusiasm, and he saw these. Okay, sorry.
Okay,
went too
well,
far.
one,
Okay.
two. No, it's
No,
not.
I'd say, it's hard. I could say I have good agents and managers, and I believe the first time it went out, they might have submitted me but this is the crazy part. They're all, when I went into Happy Madison, when I'll tell you I love all those guys, they are huge fans of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Monina, the best prostitute in the world to date. So that's what happens. They're like, get that hooker, get that prostitute, get that Monina from Curb. So I believe they're fans of that, and that's what happens.
Larry David, Adam Sandler, a lot of these greats, they allow you to improv in the script, and Heather B just was on the improv stage last night.
Not a comedian, no. I was there hanging out last night, Kym, at the Hollywood Improv on Melrose with Donnell Rawlings and a lot of comedians, and it was interesting. And Sway and I were talking afterwards, the respect that we have for y'all. It is not easy, and the adjustments, because I can't even imagine like Larry David. And then this period, you just say his name and you understand the history from SNL to Seinfeld and on and on and on. Do you ever walk into spaces and have not necessarily fear, but some kind of like intimidation, trying to figure out your spot, in it all, especially with working with a lot of comedians at one time?
Yeah, I walked in here with intimidation and fear. I looked at Swain, kind of cute. I didn't want to have no sexual tensions with him.
You know what, Kym?
I'm sorry, huh? What, huh? Too much?
No, we love it. We love it.
I felt
You got
that
the
though.
light-skinned dude, the light coming off his head right now. Yeah, this is all good.
The light shining. She was double lighting. Light it up, Kym.
Yeah.
Light it up.
So, shine the light on him. What happens is, in life, I think there's always fear. And fear is there's a good fear. Because it keeps you on top of your game. When you're not, if you don't have a little bit of fear, you're too relaxed. And you might not be 100%. Woo! You got to have that little bit of, that's God just edging you a little bit, like, be your best. You got this. When you're comfortable, and that's almost, I always feel like it's a lack of respect for the audience. When you're too comfortable. It's my job to make them laugh. It's my job to be great. So you got to have a little bit of nervousness just to say, okay, I'm awake. I'm ready. Let's do this. Because the times that I have gone on stage and I've been comfortable, I didn't care. And it wasn't that great. I didn't have fun, and maybe the audience didn't have fun either. So...
Gotta have
Thank
that
you
fear.
for sharing.
Man, Kym Whitley is here. We got her here, Tracy G. We got her in LA.
We do.
Tracy didn't let me come in New York.
I love me some Kym Whitley, bruh. You are so easy to root for, man, and I'm happy that we've been able to do so for so long, and we'll be able to continue to do so. Kym, I want to know, because when you are viewed as a comedian extraordinaire that you are, and oftentimes people think, okay, you are funny, but maybe perhaps forget that there's other layers that come to you. What's something people might be surprised that you take very, very seriously? Maybe it's a passion, maybe it's something that you're an advocate of, maybe it's a belief, but what's something that you do not joke about?
That I'm going to date me an Asian man. Okay. Nope.
Nope.
You know what?
What? So, what? What? I'm gonna get an Asian man.
You've been looking for that?
I've been watching the Korean soap operas, and I feel like, okay, all right, here we go.
Have you ever dated an Asian?
No, I have not. That's why I was feeling like, I was just going down my bucket list. And I felt like, that might be the new thing, the bucket list.
You never know.
You never know. No, I'll be honest with you. Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, people probably don't understand how my faith rules my life. Because I do wear a little cross, but I don't, I'm not a person, preaching the gospel, and I never even got through the whole Bible.
Right.
Every time I pick it up, I fall asleep. So I don't know what the Lord is trying to tell me on that. I said, read your Bible. I'll be. But a lot of people, I would say that my faith that I take really serious, and I guess people do. My friends, and my love for people, to a fault. I absolutely love human beings. I love animals too, but I love strangers. I know that sounds crazy because I'm focused on light skin over here. I don't know who he is.
PB. Visuals by PB.
So, see, this is the thing. I don't know him. So what happens is I walk in a room and I know everyone has a story, but I don't have time to get it all. I was just on the elevator with two young ladies, and one I found out we worked at Daily Pop together, and the other lady was helping me with my stain in my pants. But I interacted with them, and that is to a fault. Probably why I ain't got a man or anything else. People say,
you're single?
I got too many friends. Yeah, you better say that, Sway. That ain't the song of my life. Kym, what's your background song? I'm single.
What is it hard to date? I mean, does your success get in the way of you dating?
Yes, it does.
All right.
For a couple of reasons. I'm a workaholic, and that's because I love to work. But it also is just life, work, balance, friendship. You got your friends. I got my son. I got my family.
Shout out to Joshua.
Yeah, thank you. And then with a man, you got to have the right kind of man that just kind of comes in with you. He's not trying to be the superstar. He's not, but he's your friend, really, and it fits. So it's hard trying to find a person that, just kind of fits the mold, because I'm older now. My career's already set. I'm not the little young girl that's gonna be home at 5 o'clock cooking dinner. That ain't gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen?
No, but we're gonna ride this ride. Like what I do and what I get, you get it too.
Okay. So you'll treat the dinner, but you won't cook the dinner.
Oh, baby, I will treat the dinner and anything else you need. But I'm not. No, I'll cook if that's what you like. On Wednesdays.
Manage expectations, baby.
You got to manage Wednesdays once a month. I'm going to cook you some breakfast. I'm a breakfast cooker. I can cook some breakfast real easy. That's why my son is struggling right now. I was driving over here thinking about it. I was like, he's 14, and I still have not learned how to fix this boy some food. How's he going to grow up? Like, he's 14 now. Last night, I was like, eat this dinner. I got you some noodles with some beef on it. He said, I don't want that. That's what he said. I turned around, he was cooking some eggs. I was like, okay, at least he knows how to take care of himself.
Right. Yeah.
But he should know how to cook some chicken and some. But then I was like, maybe he's gonna be a vegan. I don't know.
You know what?
You off the chain, Kym.
Maybe he gonna be a vegan.
Maybe he gonna be a vegan.
I know the doctor looked at me, and the doctor was like, "Is he eating?" I was like, "Ma'am, I don't know."
Yo, that's crazy. Kym Whitley is here, man. We're talking about the successful debut on Netflix of the movie Happy Gilmore 2. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
That your career, you've carved your own lane, and you work with heavyweights on every level, and you continue to do so. But also you've been able to make some what seem like great friendships, which isn't always easy in this business, right? And one of the people I want to speak to who just came on the show is Tisha Campbell.
Love Tisha.
Tisha. I thought you were gonna say that damn Sherry Shepherd. Thank you. I just talked to her this morning. She was supposed to call me back. It's been 2 hours.
Sherry ain't called you back?
She didn't call me back. She was like, I'm getting out the Uber. I'm going to call you back. She didn't call me back. Tisha Campbell would have called me back.
I heard that.
Tisha's beautiful, man.
Yeah, Tisha's
great.
Beautiful. But how do you form relationships in this business that you know you can trust?
Well, that's the whole thing. You have to be who you want in your life. You have to be trustworthy. You have to be a good friend. Now, I'm not a great friend. This is the thing, different. Being a great friend is another thing that takes up a lot of time. I have great friends.
Yeah.
I'm not always a great friend. And I say this, that I'm not always calling. I'm not always, let's go out, let's do this and that, because I don't have the time. But when you need me and you pick up that phone, I'm going to be there. I will make sure, whatever's going on in your life. There's a lot of people passing away. I try to make phone calls and send flowers and always say thank you. So you try to be a good friend, but sometimes you can't. So I think I just try to be honest, and that's it, being faithful to friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the biggest deal is you got to be there when they need you. When there's heartbreak, when there's death, or if they're going into the hospital, there's sickness.
Yeah.
You got to show up.
You got to show up.
You got to show up.
Have you been able to forgive more easily as you've gotten older?
First of all, you ain't gonna just jump in my ear. You ain't nowhere around this table.
She looking at me. She looking at
all of us.
Y'all playing ventriloquist games over here.
That's that little voice.
My mouth wasn't even moving. I thought you were just staring at my mouth.
Just a little magic
You know
trick.
what? Sway, get
That
out.
is so funny. Have I been able to forgive as I've gotten older? Yes. You're because you get mature and you realize there's so many things in life that are more important. Because I have my niece staying with me. She's 25 years old, and I try to explain to her. She'll cry. She's like, "Oh, and in my career," and I was like, "You just got off a Disney show. Are you kidding me?" Perspective. When you get older, you've gone through so many things in life. Smaller things don't mean anything. And people, and what I realized maybe, I don't know, in my 30s, this is the biggest lesson. This is going to be horrible to say.
Okay.
But every human being will disappoint you. I'm trying to tell you. If you go with that expectations in life, you take the heavy weight off of humans. I rely on God. And not even my dogs, because they'll run away and don't listen.
You know what?
What I have been, you put so much trust in a person. I guarantee you they are going to disappoint you some way. But take that off of, they're human. It makes it easier to breathe and go like, okay, got it. Because you will be like, that's my best friend.
Yeah.
They will never. And they will. And for whatever reason they make a mistake, you can either say, I forgive you and, I'll let you back in or whatever, or you walk away. But if you go through saying, you know what, my brother, my mother, my parents really, I will say, they've never truly disappointed. But we think about small things. Like, I told my daddy I wanted a class ring when I graduated. He told me I couldn't have it. I still talk to him. He's 91 years old. I was like, remember that class ring I wanted? I ain't let it go.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. We always put stuff on people. But if you can take that lesson and just say, they're human, they are going to, it's not bad, they're going to disappoint you. And it's not a bad thing, but they're going to make a mistake. And I just said, you know what? The only person I'm going to trust is God, and that is it. That's it. Then I can forgive, and I can move on. Because I've had some people stab me in the back. Bad. And money, lost money, and all kind of stuff. Give example.
Give me an example.
Yeah.
What's a bad stabbing in the back for you? You ain't got to say names, but what do they do?
Wow. Okay. You can have a bad stabbing. Ooh, there's a couple of them. But let's say, for example, you have someone who you trust with everything. You've given them your passcode, your this and that, and blah, 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 blah. And then the next thing you know, they just walk away. They walk away and say, you know what, I don't want to deal with this anymore. And you're like, okay, that's fine. If that's what you want to do. And then you call and say, but I need the passcode to this, and I need those pictures, and I need the such and such. And they say, talk to my attorney.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Wait, you was my ride or die? Are you? You looking like this the devil. This can't be. But since I had been stabbed or hurt years before that one made me go like, they're human.
Yeah.
There's something wrong, because you see it when people are walking past you talking about, remember that movie Selena? I was like, wait, what? They were like, that's that lady. People are trying to tell you.
I see what you mean. Okay.
But we don't listen.
Yeah.
You got to listen to the people around you that just drop nuggets. Some people are haters, but some people you got to be like, And the thing is, you just have to have safeguards. And I'm such a believer that God got me. I wasn't really, I'm fine.
Yeah.
And anything that you can really take from me, except for my child or life or something like that, but any kind of property or money, I always feel like I'm going to get that back. And I do. I am so blessed, and I always get blessed, that has never been like a thing. I was like, you know what? If you say, I've had people take money, say they took $10,000 out my account. Had another friend take like 17. This was my best. She went to the bank. Then the bank was stupid. Said she was my sister. And she was taking out $1,000 once a month. Whatever. She got $17,000 out my account. Wow. You know what I did?
What?
This is how God works. I called my accountant. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe she did that to me. And my accountant was like, how much was it? She was like, oh, you need that as a write-off anyway. Look out. I said, what? She said, oh, that just saved you.
Wow. Because
it was a loss. I wrote it off, and it saved me. Now, what happened is she did that, and she lost a friend for life.
Yeah.
Never could speak to her again, didn't do anything. But you see how that works?
I see how that works.
You see how I just was like, oh.
You let it go and let God.
Boom. Say it, Sway.
You let it go and let God.
Come on.
And
you want me to cook something for you on Wednesday?
On Wednesday, so I'll be here. Give it up for Kym Whitley, y'all. Congratulations on Happy Gilmore, too.
Yeah.
And much more success. Kym, hang out with us, man. We in L.A. now. Anytime you get a chance, stop by.
Make sure, follow me on social media. Tell the people.
Okay.
And meet my Two Funny Mamas podcast with Sherry Shepherd. Please,
that's a funny podcast,
Thank
too.
you
Shout
so
out
much.
to Sherry Shepherd, too. Congratulations on both of your success.
Thank you so much. What sign are you?
Dollar.
Damn.
Oh, my.
He's a Cancer.
Follow her at Kym Whitley, man. Sway the Morning Shade 4 or 5. You a Cancer, too?
Cancer Leo. What's your birthday?
July 3rd.
You're a real Cancer. I'm July 21st. I'm a Cancer Leo.
I
will cry and then cuss you out.
At the same time. Kym, it's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you.
All right, take care. That's Kym Whitley, y'all.